Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we are doing my season preview and prediction. So right now, before we start today's video, I want to hear your prediction. What do you think the Portland Trailblazers record's going to be, and what do you think is going to happen? I personally think they're going to trade Drew Holiday before the start of the regular season, and they're going to keep Jeremy Grant and then trade him at the deadline because they know somebody will overpay for Jeremy Grant, thinking that he's their Aaron Gordon. He's their Aaron Gordon. And so a contending team like maybe the Knicks or somebody who's like, or another team, maybe the Pelicans or somebody that think like, holy crap, we're one guy away, and they give up a bunch of assets for Jeremy Grant. So I expect those two guys to be gone by the end of the season. And I think best case scenario, this team somehow gets in the play-in or like does what the Utah Jazz did last year. But realistically, I think they're like the second year of the OKC rebuild, the year after they traded Chris Paul and got rid of Dennis Schroeder, when the first year of the Shea. That's what I think is where we're going to be at with Portland. But look, this is a team that now has Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, Tamani Kamara, Chris Murray, Rain Rupert, Ibu Baji, as well as a first-round pick from Milwaukee, 2 pick swaps in exchange for Dame Lillard, Joseph Nurkic, Naz Little, Keon Johnson. They waived Trendon Watford. They waived Gene Williams, and Kevin Knox had his team option decline. They brought back Jeremy Grant on that 5-year, $160 million deal, and Matisse Thybulle had that 3-year, $33 million offer sheet that was, met. So I do like what they have right here, Portland, in my opinion. And I think DeAndre Ayton's going to have a career year, going to absolutely tear it up, be a lob threat, be a like an absolute menace to society. And this team has two ways filled, with both of them being centers, so that's kind of interesting. But basically, Joe Cronin, I don't know. I don't look. Damian Lillard got screwed in terms of, not Damian, but like the whole trade situation was weird. Okay, we all agree in terms Dame should have been traded a year ago. The Blazers would have gotten a better deal, and Dame probably would have put more options. It would have been less weird is all I'm saying. So I don't think it's everybody's at fault. But that's not what we're even talking about. They did a good job of executing a 3-team deal with Milwaukee and Phoenix. They brought in the number 1 pick from the 2018 draft in DeAndre Ayton, which is dude, it's great. Like, this could be a very valuable player. And like the idea of like having this is awesome because Scoot Henderson has superstar written all over him. So let him develop and grow at his own pace, and so that they have a good timeline for their other guys. That's why Anthony Simons is staying. And yeah, I think everything so far has been good, and I think they've done a good job of, making sure what they're trying to do is in line with their vision. So I think that's the biggest thing. I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comments section. What do you guys expect from the Portland Trailblazers at this point? And if you guys agree with me that they've put themselves in a good situation where you sit here and you're like, all right, this ain't bad. Like, seriously, not a bad situation at all that they're in, and one that you wouldn't necessarily mind at all. So I'm curious to hear everyone's opinions in the comment section. What's the expectation from this team? And if there's a belief in your guys' minds that this is going to be a team that's going to be worthy of, I definitely think people are going to act like they're not going to, I don't know. Like, I definitely think a lot of people are going to act like this is just a team that is just a tanking one not even worth paying attention to. And I just think that thought process is incorrect. So let me hear your opinions, but let's continue with the video. What do you guys think of it? Because I honestly do believe that it's incredible. It's a great
It's great. It's great. It's great, and it's what's needed to more than likely needed to happen, in my opinion. Because for me, I think when I look at this, I always thought that this was going to be a situation that DeAndre Ayton, wherever he went, he was going to thrive. And I said it earlier, people forget this is a guy. I mean, Karl-Anthony Towns is in a similar boat, but both Karl-Anthony Towns and DeAndre Ayton were talked about like they were going to be MVP candidates. DeAndre Ayton, people don't realize, literally was the number one pick because people thought he was going to be like Joel Embiid. And right now, unless DeAndre Ayton is a 3-point sniper and I didn't know about it, I don't want DeAndre Ayton shooting threes or mid ranges. Like, keep the game simple, baby. Keep that percentage up. Do what you do best, okay? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, let's just hammer it home. Go 100 times harder at it. And I do think this is a team that's going to be able to take advantage of just playing with a young guy, and being able to be one of the teams that are young, faster, bigger, quicker, like in terms of they're going to be like DeAndre Ayton's bigger than a lot of centers in the NBA now. Their young guys are just going to make them super quick, and as well as just being out there is going to be. I just think this was a good move, and I think it's hard to tell me otherwise. But hey, I want to hear you guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. I really do believe that when you look at the rest of the team, they got rid of guys that you would say weren't moving the needle. And this team, don't get me wrong, I think if they were to go into the season, I think they need to move Jrue Holiday now. Jeremy Grant, keep him for the deadline. I think Jeremy Grant, you'll get more for him at the deadline. And I don't even think you can trade him till the deadline because of the stipulation because of the rule that it's basically like you can't trade a guy